I'm the mollusk dimension, and in a moment, I'm going to be talking to the director from Asians for Feelings too. And it was such a pleasure to be working with Darius Shu. Darius is a London based director of photography and director and cinematographer, and he makes films, music, videos, and commercials. And I was introduced to him via my producer, 2A. And yeah, it was such an amazing experience working together with a professional director on Asians of Feelings too, which is going to be coming out on YouTube today. So after you watch this, please go and watch Asians of Feelings too, the project which we worked really hard on. Can't wait to share it with you. I'm going to invite Darius to join me so that we can speak together. Okay. Yeah, and another thing I really love about Darius is his amazing style. He always looks so glamorous. Hello,
All right.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Very good. How was your new year?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. It was a new year. I can't remember what I did now, actually. It was a bit of a blur. How about you? What did you get up to?
Pretty chill. Just relax. Literally taking it slow.
The taking in the snow?
Taking it slow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the snow.
Now,
Taking it slow. Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense because like it's like really intense, I guess, when you're on set.
yeah,
So, all the times in between you just want to relax.
yeah, that's good. That's very good. How's all your music been recently? The
Yeah,
latest music was
yeah,
on
I've
TikTok.
uh, yeah, I've been doing a random stuff, but I'm hoping to record some piano music this year and make a piano album. I might have avoided that because that would have been the obvious thing for me to do, and I'm like not a very obvious, person, I guess. And then just before you joined, I had like the nightmare thing where like I got water all over my laptop, which seems to be fine still. But also, if people watched the live before, there was a lot of water in that. So I think some water like came off Instagram and just like kind of, you know, yeah, the virtual world and the real world is all kind of, the
Messing
the
up.
boundaries are blurred.
So how to actually.
Yeah. So I'm gonna launch right in and ask you some questions if that's okay.
That's fine.
So would you like to tell? I've said a little bit about who like what you do, but would you like to tell us in your own words who you are?
So hi, I'm Darius Shu, and I'm a cinematographer and director. And recently, in the past years, I've been working a lot on real films, music videos, commercials, across the board, really. And I love telling untold human stories and raising social awareness through films and music, and mainly providing the positive representation that is needed in the queer and Asian space in the UK. And I've always loved the filmmaking process and bringing an idea, from script to reality. I think that always fascinates me in a way, and able to use the power of cinema to inspire to and transcend a message. And that's a little bit about me.
Amazing. Yeah, it's really nice to hear you speak about it as well. Yeah, I have noticed these threads running through the work that I've seen from you for sure. And so I know you're really busy, so I don't want to keep you too long. I'm gonna jump to the next question. Like, how did you find working on Asians of Feelings too?
For me, I think it was really refreshing, especially when it was an all Asian cast and crew. I think I rarely get that. I was quite lucky last year as well, alongside doing a music video that I was involved in two British Asian projects. So I had Queer Parivaar, which is a South Asian drama musical that has gone everywhere throughout last year internationally, 20 festivals, and it's on streaming on all four. And a Netflix documentary Beach Paradise, and that's on Shay Shay, who's also the choreographer for the music video. And I think working on the music video is amazing because I think it helped to platform our voices, give especially bringing more Asian representation in music, and especially when Squid. I think when you're so talented at animation as well, it really helped create this nice blend of live action and animated imagery in the music video, which is all really fun and cute, and I think that's brilliant. Um, and what makes it better as well, I think the song is really catchy. I remember it being stuck in my head for 2 weeks.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was. She got it stuck on her head as well, and they couldn't stop singing it in their flat. So that really helped. So it all helped in the editing as well. It made it more easier. That it's a very catchy song and easy to dance to and sing along to. And of course, you guys were dancing as well. I think was it time dancing?
Pardon?
Was it the first time of you
Yeah,
dancing?
it's the first time, yeah, for various reasons, first time that I've been dancing in public and in a video.
How
Yeah.
do you that was it?
Pardon?
How do you find the dancing in terms of like rehearsing it? Was it 2 weeks? Was it 2, 3 weeks that you
I've actually I've been rehearsing that in my fitness classes because it's a bit at the end where
Mhm.
we do like a cardiac kind of like a high energy thing. We can go off camera. So for weeks I've actually been like doing that. Like unknowns not known to like the rest of the people in the group, and even my instructor. They haven't they haven't seen the dance, but I've been practicing it, and working with Shay Shay was really amazing, and the other dancers as well. I still remember when you were doing some of the you were trying out some shots on your phone, and I was like, yeah, this looks like a proper music video. I was
remember
really excited.
taking
Yeah.
inspiration like K-pop as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun in terms of how the lighting and when the final scene that we did in the warehouse. I think
Yeah,
yeah, that was very
yeah,
in terms of how it came out.
yeah. And the animation thing, I remember you were kind of telling me about some inspiration. We forgot. I nearly used a filter, which is like a TV with all this like stuff around, but then I would have been really, really small. So I'll have to say that for another time. But I was like, oh, that reminds me of something that Darius showed me. So yeah, like yeah, you brought a lot of really, really interesting ideas to the project. So I'm gonna jump to question 3. What are you working on now? Stroke, what would you like to tell people about that you have been working about or that you will be working on?
Oh, right. So I will this year, especially I will be directing a short film that I've written called Goldfish, which is a story I wrote that explores a homo-romantic asexual relationship between two young boys and discovering, what will happen in terms of the conflict, an obstacle when one of the boys' sexual desire arises. And it really brings queer East Asian and the asexual spectrum to the forefront because I think it's something that it's rarely seen. And I really like to explore what the range of intimacy, love, and redefining what companionship is in queer relationships. I think it's there is a lack of representation in terms of like asexuality and asexual stories within our community as well, and more so in the Asian community. I think is rarely talked about, completely taboo, I would say. So so yeah, this film will actually generate conversations and um, really explore that on a relationship level. And I have a brilliant East Asian cast. I have Yasmin Benoit, who's an asexual activist. She'll be on board as the characters as well. And I'm currently seeking additional funding for it. We crossed at about 3K last year, but I need a little bit more to begin production because it's such an ambitious script. As you know me, I love doing something a bit grand and big. So I want to do the story justice. want it to be what my vision should be. So a little bit more funding is required before I start production on it. Because I'm not going to compromise if it's going to be something that I feel truly passionate about. And I'm also developing a feature film and a comedy TV pilot, which I hope to get sent off sometime this summer, spring summer time. So yeah, this year I'm focusing on a bit bigger and stepping up to like the feature, hopefully TV as well. So yeah, that's the plan for this year.
I have all my tentacles crossed.
Yes,
Uh,
and yeah,
yeah.
let
Um,
Goldfish, and now you'll be
yeah,
there for.
I remember when you were fundraising for that,
Hmm.
and I support you with that. And it's good to hear that you raised what you did, and it'd be great to hear if you can raise more, and so people can follow Darius to find out about supporting that project. If there's any news and other news on your feature, which I'm really curious about too. And yeah, the comedy. It's funny, like with the comedy, because like one of the things I loved about your work, and being a cinematographer, is that kind of um emotional and like dramatic and like intense things. So it kind of, I was almost surprised, that you were doing comedy, but obviously, we all have range. So that's a really interesting thing about you.
Yeah. So
So,
I'm yeah looking to explore that. It's gonna be like a mockumentary also.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. And you have a production company as well. What's that called again?
Yes. So I've a production company called Cinematographer,
Uh-huh.
and basically we produce films. A lot of the work that I've done for Parivaar, Stockholm, a dyslexia film called Michael, which I did 3 years ago. Were all produced under my company, and we do music videos as well. Commercials. Recently, I did a commercial with Big Zoo for Lacom K Europe, which is a famous Chinese brand sauce, easy Asian brand sauce. So yeah, that a bit of music video commercial been mixed for their new Char Siu sauce that they were.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I a music video and a commercial, which was
Yeah.
fun, something different, and response are great. Is that we've never heard a Char Siu rap before, so big amazing in that and how he written and embodied all the Char Siu elements into the lyrics.
Yeah, that's funny. So people should go check that out if you like Char Siu. I've just seen actually my guest for tomorrow, Kind Girl Art, aka Chloe Wing, who was featured in Agents of Feelings 2 among the watchers today. So you can catch us tomorrow at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. tomorrow to hear Chloe talk about her work. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining me, Darius.
Me.